Swag game, swag game, swag game. This is something that you gonna want to hear, bro. This is something that you gonna want to watch the full video. So look, man, we are back here again with TBS. But wait, before I say all that, man, I already know what I'm about to say. Yo, what's up, swag gang? You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Keon Lar, aka KL. KL Swag back here with a video, man. Look, man, we about to react to 10 most overrated quarterbacks in the NFL right now, bro. So look, man. Hey, this is a good one, bro. Shout out to TBS, man. And let's just get into the reaction. Oh, yeah.
Quarterback is one of the most important and celebrated positions in all of sports. But sometimes some of these guys are getting a little too celebrated for what they're producing.
Don't ever compare Patrick Mahomes to Baker Mayfield again. Baker Mayfield's head and shoulders better than Patrick Mahomes.
Whoa.
For some strange reason that we'll never truly know, there are some big-name NFL quarterbacks who are currently viewed as being much better than they actually are.
Kirk Cousins?
Here are the 10 most overrated quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Overrated.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yes.
There's no doubt that the two-time Super Bowl champion will be in the Hall of Fame someday. But the current version of Ben Roethlisberger is well past his prime. And if it weren't for his previous contributions to the franchise, the Pittsburgh Steelers would have likely moved on by now. Yes, the Steelers won 12 games in the AFC North in 2020, but that was mainly because of their defense and a ridiculous amount of lucky breaks. Roethlisberger struggled mightily in the second half of the season, throwing 6 interceptions over his final 6 starts.
Damn.
He was held to under 200 passing yards in 4 games, and he was clearly struggling with the deep ball, barely ever attempting to throw it over 15 yards down the field. As a result, he averaged just 9.5 yards per completion last season, the lowest mark of Big Ben's career. We aren't saying number 7 is overrated for his career, but he is overrated as of now. A lot of folks seem to think that he has what it takes to lead the Steelers on a deep run, but they're wrong. Truth is, Big Ben may not even be a top 20 quarterback anymore.
Yes.
Matt Ryan.
It's true. Matt Ryan.
Even in his mid-30s, Matty Ice continues to put up very good numbers, but it's not all about statistics in the NFL. Ryan simply hasn't elevated his play in close games. Just look at all those blown leads the Falcons suffered during that painful 2020 season.
That's true.
His stats in 2020 were typical Matt Ryan numbers.
Atlanta is ass.
He completed 65% of his passes for 4,581 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 11 picks. But the facts are the facts. Atlanta has now recorded 3.
They need to do better on their defense.
And Ryan just hasn't been able to get the job done when it counts since his 2016 MVP campaign. He's only played in 2 playoff contests since then, with just 1 win, 2 touchdowns, and 428 yards to show for it. That's simply not going to cut it. The Falcons still think Ryan is elite. Rather than taking his successor with the number 4 pick in the draft, they passed on several intriguing quarterback prospects and opted for tight end Kyle Pitts instead.
That's crazy.
That pick should help Ryan this year, but a quarterback is really only as good as his record shows. And based on the past few seasons, it doesn't appear as though Ryan is a top-tier NFL QB anymore, even though many still think he is. Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield actually good, bro. Man, I feel like I'm losing my voice. Baker Mayfield actually good, bro. He low-key underrated, bro. Baker Mayfield did his thing last year, bro.
The first overall pick of the 2018 draft took the NFL by storm, breaking the rookie record for touchdown passes with 27, although that mark was broken 2 years later by Justin Herbert. But Mayfield flopped big time in his sophomore year, so GM Andrew Berry went to work during the 2020 offseason. He repaired the O-line by signing Jack Conklin and drafting Jedrick Wills Jr. Then he hired new head coach Kevin Stefanski, who's known for his ability to construct an elite rushing attack. Stefanski decided to use Baker Baker more as a game manager, running the offense through the backfield duo of Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb instead. The results were brilliant. Mayfield cut down on his turnovers and had 26 touchdowns against 8 picks. Cleveland won 11 games and ended an 18-year playoff drought. But
yes.
With all due respect to Mayfield, there is an element of overratedness here. He's a huge media darling, being a first overall pick and all. But has his play really been that great? His accuracy and playmaking abilities are questionable at times, and he's not much of a threat to win a game with his arm. It's no secret that the key to the Browns' success in 2020 was their ability to dominate the ground game.
That's true. That's true.
Look no further than the fact that Baker finished 18th in the league in passing yards, despite playing in all 16 games. And he only reached the 300-yard mark twice all season, which is pretty crazy when you consider the team had 11 wins. When your team is winning, it's the quarterback who gets the most love.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, Stefanski's run-first system probably would have had similar success with at least a dozen other NFL
Damn, Nick Chubb?
This is an iPhone 11 Pro from Back Market. They specialize in refurbished devices that feel like new as second.
Sam Darnold.
That's true.
Darnold has yet to pan out. So why do we have him on the overrated list? Well, it just feels like there's been a ton of excuses for Darnold. He hasn't had the right coach. He hasn't had the weapons. He never got a chance with the New York Jets, and on it goes. But let's be honest. Has he really had it that bad? Todd Bowles, who's fresh off a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers, was Darnold's head coach for a year. And I mean, Le'Veon Bell, Robbie Anderson, and Jamison Crowder were decent weapons to work with. Darnold is now the undisputed starter with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, fellow 2018 draftee Josh Rosen is now on his 4th team. Why isn't he getting the same types of opportunities as Darnold? The Arizona Cardinals gave up on Rosen after 1 year, when he had a horrendous O-line, a lackluster supporting cast, and a one-and-done head coach in Steve Wilkes. The Miami Dolphins traded for Rosen in 2019, but he wasn't given much of an opportunity in South Beach either. So why is it that Darnold gets all these chances to start, but Rosen doesn't? Darnold is still viewed as an up-and-coming talent and potential star, while Rosen is barely able to hang on to a
Rosen ass, bro.
If Darnold fails to deliver in Carolina, it may be time for NFL teams to give up on him. And heck, maybe they could give that Rosen guy one more shot. Ryan Fitzpatrick. The bearded journeyman is one of the most universally loved NFL players. It's awesome to see Fitz bounce around from team to team and still produce, but the man is also incredibly inconsistent. How many times have we seen him throw for 300 plus yards and 3 TDs only to go on a turnover spree and lose his starting job? It happened with the Jets, Dolphins, Houston Texans, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Even though he's not a capable full season starter, Fitz just keeps getting starting opportunities across the league. The Washington football team won the NFC East last year, but they seemingly trust Fitz to take them to the next level in 2021? Haven't they seen his track record? Again,
that's crazy.
We all love Fitzpatrick and what he does. He's one of the best, most beloved journeyman QBs to ever do it. But watch him start out hot, then lose his starting job mid-season. Same old song and dance. Kyler Murray.
What? I already know what he about to say. He about to say, oh, because they haven't been winning. That, it's... I ain't gonna lie, bro. I might just say it's the Cardinals defense, to be honest, bro. I'm gonna just say the Cardinals defense. Or am I giving Kyler Murray excuses? I don't know. That's crazy.
Has breathed new life into the Arizona Cardinals franchise.
What?
He had plenty of thrilling moments in 2020, nearly leading the team to the postseason. But let's not act like Murray is an elite MVP caliber quarterback just yet.
Oh,
We're not
my
saying
God.
he won't get there. We just think that he's a little overhyped right now. He's a
Damn.
walking highlight reel because we rarely see quarterbacks with his type of athleticism. But the stats don't lie. He was 18th in passing yards per game with 248.2. He was 23rd in yards per completion with 10.6. 17 QBs posted a better quarterback rating, including Fitzpatrick and Gardner Minshew II. The numbers are what they are. Also, he has to cut the turnovers down. Murray threw 12 picks in each of his first 2 seasons. Murray's passing numbers are really average to mediocre.
Damn, he broke
it's his
him.
rushing game that makes up for the okay passing performances.
He said, eh.
Don't let Murray's highlight reel plays and incredible mobility fool you. He's on the cusp of stardom, but the guy just isn't there yet. He's got to work on his mechanics, accuracy, and ball security before we view him as a first or second tier quarterback. Derek Carr.
Yeah, Carr good though.
Carr to us is a lot like Matt Ryan. The stats are solid and consistent,
Bro.
but the wins and ability to elevate the team just isn't there. He's a
What?
one of the most accurate passers who mostly does a fine job protecting the football. But there's just something missing. He's not a renowned leader like, say, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, or Patrick Mahomes.
I like Derek
And
Carr.
over the last 2 seasons, Carr's play dipped in the late season as the Raiders fell out of playoff contention. It's not as if Carr has had a bad supporting cast. He's now on his 3rd head coach. Amari Cooper was a stud in Oakland. And these days, his star-studded arsenal includes Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, and Henry Ruggs. So what's the excuse? Carr just hasn't been good enough to help the Raiders make the postseason. They've only gotten there once through his first 7 seasons. Aside from 2016, when has Carr been a top 10 quarterback in the NFL? He's above average, but the Raiders treat him like he's easily a top 10 quarterback.
Damn.
We just don't see it. Jameis Winston.
Oh. Damn.
A lot of folks believe that Sean Payton will be able to fix the #1 pick from the 2015 draft. With Drew Brees now retired,
Bye-bye.
it's Winston's time to shine in New Orleans. Or is it? Winston was happy to serve as the #3 QB on the Saints depth chart last year, following the first 30 touchdown, 30 interception season in NFL history. But as great as Peyton is, can we really trust him to fix Winston? We're talking about a guy with 88 career interceptions and 50 fumbles. All in 5
88?
seasons as the
Damn.
Bucs starter. Sure enough, they replace him with
88? God damn, Jameis.
43-year-old Tom Brady, who controls the football better, and all he does is lead the franchise to a Super Bowl championship. Winston's passing numbers have
88.
never been bad. I bet you didn't know that through 2020, his 260.7 yards per game were 11th most all time. And his 121 touchdown passes is no joke either. But those who think Winston can keep New Orleans' Super Bowl window open need to keep the expectations reasonable. It's not like Winston is just gonna become an expert at protecting the football. He's always going to have turnover issues. Even in Peyton's offense, that doesn't call for the whole Bruce Arians no risk it, no biscuit philosophy.
What?
Winston is who he is. A guy who can throw for 300 yards and multiple touchdowns any game, but who can also commit costly turnovers at any point. A new
Ew.
coach, team, and offense won't change this. At least not right away. Kirk Cousins.
Overrated.
After losing the NFC
Overrated.
Championship game with Case Keenum in 2017, the Minnesota Vikings were convinced that a simple QB upgrade
Now,
was
Kirk
all
Cousins
they
is
needed
overrated.
to reach the Super Bowl. They haven't gotten close to achieving that goal since signing Kirk Cousins in 2018 free agency. Cousins has posted a pedestrian 25-21-1 record through his 3 seasons as mini starter. He led them to a thrilling 2019
They need to let Kirk go.
wildcard victory over the heavily favored Saints,
Let him
only
go.
to flop in the divisional round blowout loss to the San Francisco 49ers. Cousins' awful record against winning teams has been well documented. The guy just doesn't perform well in big games against top opponents. And I mean, it's not like the supporting cast has been the problem. Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson,
Overrated.
and previously Stephon Diggs, that's a special group of playmakers. The Vikings have handed Cousins 2 giant contracts, and we don't really understand why. This team was better with Keenum. Cousins gets the better stats, but he simply doesn't perform well enough when the Vikings need him most.
That's
Taking
crazy.
Texas A&M product Kellen Mond in round 3 is a sign that the Vikings are preparing to move on from Cousins if he doesn't
Nice.
start playing up to his contract. Am I right? Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo will be 29 years old at the start of the 2021
What?
campaign, but he only has 1 full season under his belt. Yes, he looked
True.
great in his
He
brief
keeps
action
getting
with
hurt.
the New England Patriots. Yes, he was the QB for a team that was just a play or 2 away from a Super Bowl championship. Yes, the 49ers are a better team with Garoppolo on the field. But we need to stop the brakes a bit here. Garoppolo's superb
Tom Brady
20 record
Jr.
as a starter, coupled with his mega $137.5 million contract, are key factors to many viewing him as being better than he really is. Garoppolo is simply in the right system under Kyle Shanahan.
He is.
Who is also able to do great things with the likes of Matt Ryan, Robert Griffin III, and Kirk Cousins. Garoppolo's play was incredibly lackluster during San Fran's run to the Super Bowl. His decision-making in big games hasn't been great, and he only has 5 300-yard games on his resume. 5 300 games for his entire career. Garoppolo has also averaged just 167.5 yards per game over the course of his career. The 49ers know he's not the guy, and it's why they traded up to select Trey Lance 3rd overall. But who do you think is the most overrated quarterback in the...
Damn, that is crazy as hell, man. Y'all let me know down below, man. What do you guys think about that overrated crowd, bro? That is crazy as hell, bro. I thought some quarterbacks was good and some quarterbacks was a little better than that. Anyways, man, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay swag.